guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back and joining me for this video today. As you can tell by the title, this video is going to be all about music festivals and my experiences as well as my tips. I am very excited and passionate about this topic. Festivals are my life. You guys probably know, if you follow me on social media, that is just like my thing. Festival season is my favorite time of year. The experience of live music and seeing your favorite artists and getting to see so many of your favorite artists in like one weekend with hopefully like a great group of friends that you go with is just absolutely such a good environment, and it is just my favorite thing. I just want to kind of like share information and tips that I've learned because I've been to, I think, 13 major festivals now. I think the one I just attended, which was Coachella in Florida, was my 13th festival since like 2014, which is when I started going to festivals. If you guys like video topics like this, like music and festivals and talking about all that kind of stuff, and you are not subscribed to my channel and you are new and you're just watching for, you know, the first time or so, I would absolutely love and appreciate if you subscribed to my channel. The button will be right down here. I'm going to be talking about major festivals that I've been to, such as Coachella, Bonnaroo, Lollapalooza, ACL, Tomorrowworld. I've been to all of those, and I've been to other ones that are smaller and not so popular as well. And I kind of first want to start off with the fact that Coachella is coming up very soon. That's why I kind of wanted to make this video around this time, because Coachella is one of the hugest festivals. I have attended 2 Coachellas last year as well as the year before. It was actually the first festival that I ever went to back in 2014, and may I just say that weekend was absolutely incredible. After that weekend, I thought that nothing could top that weekend in my whole life. I was like, that was the greatest weekend and experience I have ever had, and that is what fueled me to become addicted to music festivals, honestly. So I do think that Coachella is something that everyone, if you want to go to a music festival, I think you should experience it at least maybe one time in your life. I'm at the point right now, I'm not going to be going this year. I don't feel like I need to experience Coachella 3 years in a row. I will probably definitely return next year or something like that, but I just kind of needed like a year off. I'll kind of get into that. I'm going to be talking about kind of 2 different types of festivals, because there's music festivals that you go in for the different days, and you stay at, you know, a hotel or an Airbnb or wherever you decide to stay. And there's other music festivals that are camping music festivals that are my personal favorite. Most people camp, and so you like drive and you bring a group of friends and you bring a bunch of tents and you like set up your camp and you stay at the festival site for the whole weekend. Festivals like that, like Bonnaroo and Tomorrowworld, the one I just went to, Okeechobee, those are my favorite types of festivals, and I'm gonna go ahead and get into that second, because I feel like more common festivals are festivals such as like Ultra and ACL and Lollapalooza, where you don't camp. These are kind of my top overall tips to have a great experience, and also just to be prepared, because you do really want to be prepared for any festival that you're going to, so you have all of the things that you need, and your time isn't like worsened because you forgot to pack a certain thing that's kind of really essential. So these are like my top overall tips that I have realized. Okay, number 1 is to take vitamin C before your festival, especially Coachella, because there is so much dust. At the festival, you should physically bring some vitamin C or counterattack or something like that, and then after the festival also to take a lot of vitamin C. Vitamin C, or something that's just going to like boost your immune system a lot before and while you're actually there and after, is super important. A big reason I'm not going back to Coachella this year is because last year after Coachella, I went weekend 2, and apparently the dust and the dirt in Coachella is a lot worse weekend 2, I've heard, and I was sick for 2 months after Coachella last year. Now, I was going to other festivals throughout those few months as well, but I was basically sick from like April to June, and I just had this nasty cough like in it strung from me getting sick at Coachella, and I was just not prepared. Like, I wasn't prepared to get, you know, the festival flu, and I totally did. I didn't even camp. So I would say this happens to me despite if I camp or not. It's like when you blow your nose at the end of the day after Coachella, there's like dirt that comes out. So just be prepared for that. Honestly, bring like a bandana to wear over your face as much as you can, especially if you're gonna be like lying on the grass, which is something I really like to do. Like, that might sound weird, but I like to go in the back of sets and just lie down on the grass. And people are gonna be like walking around you and just kicking up all kinds of germs and dirt. So vitamin C, very important. Don't even like think, Lindsay, I don't actually need to do this, because you probably will get sick if you're not prepared. And even if you do get sick anyway, if you do this, you totally might just get sick anyway. This is gonna like help your sickness like pass quicker. All right, next, this is super important. Be prepared for both hot and cold weather and everything in between. That might sound kind of difficult because you're like thinking, oh, if I'm going to Coachella, it's in the desert, it's gonna be 100 degrees. But Coachella actually gets pretty cold at night when the sun goes down and you're walking around. So I would just say bring a backpack. That's gonna be the best way to like fit everything that you need. Backpacks are so essential. I personally like to bring a backpack and everything I need in there, you know, like sunscreen, lip balm, money. I'll always bring like a sweater. Even if you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna be so hot, you can always take your sweater off and put it in your bag if you have the bag. So it's better, or you can tie it around your waist. I would say it's better just to be prepared. Also be prepared as far as your shoes go. Instead of thinking more, wow, I want to have like the cutest outfit ever for Coachella, like, I mean, work really hard on your outfit, I would say, if that's important to you, but your shoes, like, you don't need to be wearing like heels or wedges, or even sandals honestly are a bit risky, just because people are going to be stomping all around and stepping on you, and you just want to have on either like a sneaker or like a boot. Honestly, I would suggest like some sort of like a little ankle boot. I really like to wear just like slip-on Vans that I wear all the time. Closed-toed shoes are going to be your best friend no matter what festival you're going to. Next tip, at festivals, honestly, the most important thing is to make sure that you are drinking a ton of water. A lot of people think that they don't necessarily need that much water. Like, you're just kind of like, oh, like, if my friend has water, like, I'm good, I don't need to have my own water. No, no, no. Like, this is very, very important, especially if you're going to be drinking or partaking in whatever you want to partake in, alcohol or substance wise, like, your total decision obviously on all of that, but you're going to need a lot of water. That is just the most important thing. And here's the thing, if you don't come prepared and bring either an empty Camelback, it's a backpack that has like a little straw and you sip water. I personally love Camelbacks, and I love to just take the water thing out, place it in a cuter, bigger backpack, and I just like have the little straw hanging out and I just sip on that throughout the crowd, because you don't have to hold, I'm talking so much with my hands. You don't have to hold a water bottle if you have a Camelback. So honestly, that is a lifesaver if you're planning on going to like a couple festivals or more this year. I would say invest in a Camelback if you don't already have one. Other than that, you can do a reusable water bottle and bring that in your backpack. But if you don't, you're gonna find yourself just buying water at the festival, and it gets very expensive. Sometimes they'll charge $5 for a bottle of water. You'll have to wait in line to get that, and you might have to wait. Like at Lollapalooza, I remember I was waiting. They only had water sold in cans at Lollapalooza, so I remember also the lines were ridiculous. I was waiting 30 minutes in line to buy like 4 cans of water just to refill my Camelback. So a lot of festivals will have water refilling stations where you can go refill your Camelback or your water bottle. So try and find those, honestly, if you can. Sometimes the water tastes like shit. This is just very important that you do come prepared. So I would suggest either a Camelback or a reusable bottle of water. I can't stress that enough, honestly. Next, this is something that has screwed me over multiple times, because I think, you know, oh, the first person I want to see isn't on until 4:30. Like, let's go ahead and guys, let's plan on getting to the festival around like 4. You have to think about walking in. Sometimes you have to walk super far to get into the festival entrance, and then once you get there, you have to go through security, and that might take a long time. It might not take a long time. In my experience at Bonnaroo and at Coachella, it can take, I would say, up to like 30 minutes or something like that. So just be prepared for that. Give yourself time every single day to go through security, because you don't want to be missing the first person that you really wanted to see because you're stuck in line at security or something like that. So give yourself more than enough time. Give yourself like an hour before you actually want to be there. Give yourself like an hour in advance, I would say. I can't tell you guys how many acts I have missed that were early on in the day because I just like wasn't ready and I didn't get there on time. And then this is super, super important. It's all about, at festivals, the experience is obviously a lot about the music and the setting, but other than that, a huge part of your experience is going to be the people that you're with. So not only choose a good group of friends to go with, but I would say keep your group pretty small. Having that many people, you will see you cannot walk around successfully and like you think you can go to a festival with 15 people and you guys are just gonna have to break off because people are always gonna have to go to the bathroom, people are always gonna have to go and grab food, or people are gonna wanna go to this stage or that stage, and you don't wanna have to compromise what you wanna see for 15 other people and what they wanna do. So I would say realistically keep your group really, really small, like 2 to 5 people is probably the preferred amount, I would say, but obviously like you can't always choose how many people are gonna be in your group. Definitely always have at least one buddy, and do not go anywhere alone. Even if you're just going to the bathroom, if you're like leaving your friends in the crowd to go to the bathroom and then you're like, I'll find you guys when I come back, don't worry. Like, trust me, at crowded festivals, that is like the worst thing you can do because the crowd is probably gonna just fill up while you're gone. And other than that, there's really, really shitty service at festivals. Like, you're gonna be getting your friends' texts 2 hours after they sent it. Calls are going to be failing, texts are not going to be sending through. That is something that you have to accept because there's so many people in like a small area. Service is really bad most of the time. So honestly, like, I would even go as far as like bringing walkie-talkies if you want to be really safe. But basically just don't go anywhere alone. Even if you're just going to get food, like have one of your friends come with you and say, next time you want to get food or you want to go to the bathroom, like I will go with you. Always have that buddy. It's very important because if you get lost, like it's just gonna really, really affect your time, and then your friends are gonna have to come and like find you, and everyone's just gonna be worried about you. So don't get lost and go off alone. But if you do happen to get lost and you're like freaking out, honestly, that happened to me at like Lollapalooza. I was just alone for a few hours and I went into the crowd myself and I just like raged alone, and I made new friends and I met some cool people in the crowd. So if it does happen to you, don't freak out. Just be like, you know, I'm alone, but like I'm gonna go. Don't like miss the act that you want to see or the person that you want to see because you're like alone. Like seriously, go in the crowd and have a good time, and then like find your friends afterwards, I would say. This sounds so stupid, but don't like kill anyone's vibe, you know what I mean? Like if your friends are having like a freaking awesome time and you're in like a weird place, just like take a few deep breaths and just tell yourself like positive things, like I am here, I wanted to be here, I'm with all of, you know, my friends, I'm with the people that I love, I'm seeing artists that I love, and this is like a freaking awesome place to be. Like I'm always just in a state of euphoria, honestly, when I'm at festivals, and I am just so happy. Sometimes you can just get into these weird like head spaces and you just want to like make sure that you're having a good time. If you're not, then leave. Like the first year of Coachella, I remember the second night I started just freaking out, and I missed like Skrillex and I missed like other people that I really wanted to see that night, and I took the shuttle bus back to the hotel all by myself alone just because I didn't want to be at the festival anymore. It was kind of overwhelming to me. You know, if you need to get out and it's like overwhelming for you, then just leave, take some deep breaths, and come back the next day and try again. That's the great thing about festivals, is you have like 3 to 4 days most of the time of fun. So even if you have like a bad day or a bad half a day, like the next day you can have the time of your life. Just be positive and be a good sport, like I said. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you want me to make other videos that have to do with festivals, I would honestly love to. Let me know what you would like to see. I mean, festivals maybe aren't for everyone. Maybe I just have this like crazy obsession, but like this is what I feel like I love doing when I'm young and when I have like the time and the energy to do stuff like this. Like I don't have anything like holding me really down. Like I can just go away for a weekend and have like the greatest time with my friends, and you know, you're not going to be able to do that for your whole life. So experience these things while you're young. I think it's really important to spend your money on like experiences rather than physical things a lot of the time. That's why I love going to festivals and traveling and all of that stuff, because it's like the best way to spend your money. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I will see you very soon in my next video. My next video is going to be a haul. I'm really excited. I'm doing like spirit fingers right now. I'm like, a haul. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.